Good afternoon, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 1:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, September 7, 2021. Let's look into the markets, but before doing so, this is not financial advice. The video is intended for educational purposes only. Click the subscribe, click the thumbs up, click the Twitter link, click the share. Let's get into the markets. I need you guys to understand a couple of things. Number one, today's situation right now, as I see it, as an outside observer looking at everything going on, is a completely acute situation. Again, this is my view, but it seems something happened with Bitcoin today, all centered around one giant event, which was El Salvador. El Salvador is still behind making Bitcoin legal tender. They had software issues today in their ATMs called Chivo, which actually means goat, I think. But anyway, point being that there is software glitches. Like in every technology deployment, there's always a deployment risk. Well, they didn't really handle this too well. So the sloppy footwork in the technology implementation led to an issue on these automated teller machines. So they're cleaning it up. They're fixing it. I don't have any doubt in my mind that it will be fixed. I think it just threw some mud in the face of Bitcoin just to kind of like say, it doesn't work. It works. I believe it works. And I'm sure they will sort out their issues. It's typically, stress loads on the system that have created a bit of situation for Bitcoin, for those ATM machines rather. So anyway, let's just take a look at where we are with RLC, which is more important right now, which is the center of this discussion. Now, I drew a couple of lines here. We are on one of them. This to me feels like a line of support. Right now, this will be our next level of support for RLC, spiking up to 431, 432. A little bit of buying I just saw in there, causing it to go up to 438 just a quarter of a second ago. So we're 431, 432 right now. If we fall below this area here, which is around 430 or 429, we could head down to 393. Now, we were already down here, and this was when Bitcoin crashed, and this thing went down to 348. Man, if you got in there, you were in great shape, let me tell you. But look, this was a buying opportunity for anyone in the crypto space, no matter what altcoin or Bitcoin you're looking at. At this point down here, it looked like despair. It's always a little hairy to figure out where to pull the trigger on buying something when it's falling down this precipitously. It's almost, sometimes people call it, it's like trying to catch a falling knife. Well, in this case, because of the acute situation with El Salvador, and here it is, the discussion talking about Chivo had been disconnected while the server capacity was increased. So he had to come in acting like a tech support guy, which is exactly what he was doing. Again, it's just people just got a little creeped out by this implementation. And I'm not worried a bit about it because, look, there's a million technology implementations that go sour, but if you focus in on it, you'll fix it, and they're going to fix it. Anyway, RLC Bitcoin. We didn't break this nice strong line, the orange line here, which goes back quite a ways. We touched it, we tapped it, and we came right back. So again, the Bitcoin impact to this did not push this thing through the RLC Bitcoin pair. So we are markedly above it. Where did it hit? Hit down to 8,000. We're at 9,000 now. So that's a good sign. I'm hoping that by the end of today, we get back over into this channel, but we have to see. But we're still at least on the upward trend line and above it in a meaningful way. From 8,000 to 9,000 is the spread, and I think that we're going to continue back up. And I'm hoping that we get up to 10,000 by today, so we're back in that channel. I think once everything clears up with this whole Bitcoin drama, things will definitely help out. Now, in the meantime, Bitcoin itself, it's close to the bottom end of the channel. It fell out. Obviously, went down to 40. It looks like 42,000. I mean, this thing went so fast. It was like straight down and slung right back up again. So we're at 47,000 and change right now. Again, buying opportunity if you're a Bitcoin person and you love it. This is where you want to be. The other point here is around the Bitcoin dominance pair. We talk about this ad nauseum every single video. Now, what happened was when Bitcoin started dumping, people were dumping altcoins even more so. And how do I know this? Well, look at the Bitcoin dominance pair. Bitcoin suddenly became dominant on a percentage basis, which means people probably dumped more market value of altcoins. They also dumped market value of Bitcoin, but they dumped more of it. They dumped more altcoin than they did Bitcoin. So that's what this chart tells me. It hit the top and then pulled back. Where are we right now? We're 41.94. Our low yesterday was around 41.07. So we're not too far off now. I think things are settling down. So I feel pretty good. So RLC Bitcoin, I feel comfortable with right here. We're still in the upward trend. Still bullish on RLC Bitcoin. RLC US dollar, I think we have a newfound level of worst case support at 394, 395. We'll see. We might wind up hitting it there. Bitcoin I'm bullish on as well. So again, we could be range bound here. We're going to have to keep an eye on this with, there's no prediction at this point on RLC US dollar, but I think on RLC Bitcoin, I think we're in fairly good shape, and Bitcoin itself. So, I mean, technically that should drive RLC US dollar up. So we'll keep our eye on it, and I will keep everyone posted. Take it easy.